Hello. Hello, YouTube. My name is Kiara Love. This is my first YouTube video, y'all, and I'm nervous. I am nervous, but as y'all can tell from the title, I feel like God has been calling me out of hiding, and I hope y'all can hear me good because I got my fan blowing in the back, but hopefully the sound is good. But yeah, I feel like God has been calling me out of hiding, and this is me, I guess, being obedient, if you will, stepping out on faith. So yeah, I'm just gonna get right into it. So lately I've been feeling like God has been calling me out of hiding, and to be honest with y'all, I don't feel like I'm ready, but I feel like God is pushing me to speak my truth and to just put myself out there more. So that's what I'm here to do. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to talk about today, so I'm gonna just talk about my journey and how I got here. So so I would say my journey started back in 2020. I was dealing with somebody, and I ended up having a miscarriage. I got pregnant and I had a miscarriage. And I feel like God was calling me then because it was a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes that I didn't know about, and it really hurt me. And yeah, so I got into a really depressed state, if you will, and it caused me to, I fell into new age spirituality because I was just so hurt, and I was trying to search for something, anything that, that I felt like would bring me healing. So yeah, so social media had caused me to fall into new age spirituality. I was into tarot cards and sage and Palo Santo, and just I was just doing the most. I was just doing the most, y'all. I was just really trying to heal and just like get my life back. But something about it just wasn't bringing me the healing that I felt like I needed. But I kept with it, even though it wasn't bringing me, any type of healing. So fast forward, and then I ended up going back to the dude and dealing with him even more, just because I was hurt and I didn't know what else to do. So it's like, I don't know. So even after that, I was still dealing with the dude, and but yeah, fast forward to last year. We was we was still on and off or whatever. But yeah, so fast forward to last year, I would say about June or July last year, I just started like watching a lot of sermons and stuff like that. And one person that had really I guess made me want to turn back to God was a pastor by the name of Pastor Keon. If you know, you know, but if you don't know, y'all, he's yeah, I feel like he's a good pastor. But yeah, I had found him on YouTube, and his sermons were just, they were really speaking to me. they was really speaking to me, and I just felt like I wanted to rededicate my life to Christ. So I decided to get baptized. I got baptized in August of 2023 last year. And after that, life really started lifing. Life really started lifing because I'm not gonna say that I didn't grow up in church, but like I would go to church. So like I always knew God was real, but I didn't know how to walk with God, and I didn't feel like church I just feel like the way that we were taught church growing up wasn't right. Like I just felt like they just told us, oh, do this or you going to hell, or like they really didn't teach us how to walk with God. So I feel like I'm in that space now. Like I'm learning how to walk with God and how to have a relationship with God, because that's really what it's about. It's about having a relationship with God. So so I got baptized in August of 2023. And then life I got real. So if anybody tries to tell you that life gets easier when you start to walk with God, life gets real when you start to walk with God, okay? Let me tell you. This one here. I always want to make his grand entrance. But yeah, life gets real when you start to walk with God. I had to turn my lamp on. I gotta look at my notes to make sure I'm staying on track. But yeah, so life had got real for me after I got baptized, because I had a ex of mine. I was really close to his mom. She was a big influence in my life, I would say, because I don't have the greatest relationship with my own mother, and she was that for me. So we had a really close relationship. I feel like she really showed me that love as far as from a mother that I was missing. But yeah, but she ended up passing September of last year, the end of September last year. So it was literally a month after I had gotten baptized, and it really took a toll on me. Like I went into like a real depressed state, because whenever I would go through life, I just felt like I could always, I did. I would always call on her for advice, about life, about, situations with my own mom. She would just always have sound advice to give me. And it really hurt when she passed, because she was really the only person in my life that I had that I could get that type of advice from. So it really hurt, when she passed. But yeah, so that happened, and me and my ex, like we were, I thought good friends, but after his mom passed, and I know, losing your mom does take a toll on you, as well. But I just felt like after his mom passed, we kind of fell out as well. And I kind of knew that it was going to happen like that. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling that, you know, once she was gone, that we weren't going to be as close as we once were. And we're not at this moment. But yeah, it was just a lot of things that started to happen after she passed that really didn't sit well with me. We just went our separate ways or whatever. And that kind of hurt me too, because you know, when you feel like or when you thought you were as close to somebody and, you know, things start to happen, it's like dang, like you was the last person that I would have expected that from, you know. So it was that type of situation. But yeah, so that had hurt me too, because I thought, you know, I figured, you know, like after his mom passed, I thought that we would, you know, be closer than what we are now. But, you know, we're not. And, you know, it still kind of hurts me, but, you know, life goes on. So after that, I was just really starting to feel lonely. I was really starting to feel lonely because I really didn't have anybody to help me through that pain. Like, I really didn't have anybody to talk to. Like, I thought that he would be, you know, somebody that I could lean on, but, you know, that turned out not to be so. And the person that I was dealing with at the time, you know, he wasn't really any emotional help to me either. So, like, I really felt alone. And, like, God was really the only, you know, thing or person that I had to lean on. And it was a time, y'all. It was really a rough time for me, because my mom wasn't there for me either. Like, it was really nobody around at that time. Like, it was literally just me and God. Like, I would be in here just playing gospel music and just crying my eyes out and just going through it, y'all. Like, going through it, y'all. Like, I was in here going through it, like, seriously. And I didn't feel like you know how, like, when some people go through things, like, they want to turn to alcohol and drugs and all of that. And I was just like, well, I just felt like God didn't allow me to go down that road. So, like, I really had to feel my emotions during that time, and it was not a good feeling. It was not a good feeling. Like, to have to sit and really deal with your emotions is not it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, to be honest with y'all. But yeah, but that's what I was going through. And I just really leaned on God at that time. And after that, I found and I joined a church that I really love. I feel like that's when the real healing started to happen. Like, me being delivered from, I attend a deliverance church, but yeah, they're really big on deliverance. But yeah, but once I joined my church, I feel like that's when my real healing started to begin, because it's a lot more to my story, but I'm not trying to make this video too long. I'll get into, you know, some more bits and parts of my story in another video. But yeah, that's when the real healing started to begin. When I joined my church, I started to get delivered from my childhood traumas, my insecurities, my self-doubt, my anxiety, like a lot of things, but and that's why I decided to name this video, you know, God is calling me out of hiding, because I've been feeling like God has been wanting me to start making these videos, but because of my self-doubt, I just didn't. Like, I didn't feel ready. I still don't feel ready. Like, I don't feel qualified, you know, to be honest with y'all. But God doesn't call the qualified, you know, he calls the chosen. So yeah, that's pretty much where I am right now in my journey. But to speak more on where I am right now, I feel like I am starting to put in the work now. Like, because the Bible says faith without works is dead. So I feel like I'm putting in my work now. Even though I feel like I don't know everything, you have to start giving God something to work with. Don't just get to know him and not put what you're learning in action, if that makes sense. So yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I am taking action right now. So yeah, but that was my main point of making this video, and to hopefully encourage somebody else that, you know, feels how I feel, or you're unsure if God is calling you to step out or to come out of, you know, your isolation. Take this as your sign. Take this as your sign to step out on faith. And, you know, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to, you know, feel qualified. Like I said, God doesn't call the qualified. He calls the chosen. And, yeah, just step out on faith and let God help you. Let God, you know, direct your path and lead you. Like, don't worry about, you know, what people have to say or anything like that. Like, just step out on faith. Like, God got you. God got you. So yeah, y'all, that's my story. I hope y'all liked it. You know, give me a thumbs up. Or whatever they be saying. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for clicking on this video. I hope it blessed you. I hope it, you know, encouraged you. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.